All right, here
And
we
let's
go.
get straight into Operation
Epic
Epic Fury. Israel says they expect the fighting to last at least 3 more weeks as Iran ramps up.
Now, hey, folks, 3 weeks ain't that bad. Is that even a war? Is it? 3 weeks? That's like a battle.
Retaliatory strikes on its neighbors in the region.
Let's go to Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks. He's live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Trey.
I like how Iran thinks they're epic because they can launch little teeny missiles.
Yeah, hey, Lawrence, good morning. The Israelis and the Americans are going after new targets today across Iran, striking the capital city of Tehran and a variety of positions in western Iran. They're putting new pressure on the regime, and we heard from U.S. Central Command this morning who indicated...
Any of you ever played Battlefield 3?
That more than 100 Iranian Navy vessels have been taken out since Operation Epic Fury began just over 2 weeks ago. Into the third week of this operation.
And that's why it's epic. And it's fury.
You can see some video here from the Iranian capital overnight. Black smoke rising from the horizon after a significant strike there.
Look at it burn. They're defending so hard, guys.
Again, not only the storage facilities of Iranian missiles are being targeted, but also the production lines to prevent...
If you don't think we're doing the right thing, you're retarded, folks, okay? I heard liberals complaining about this. Those people are stupid. All right? We're getting rid of the bad Iranian government and making Iran cool like it was back in the day.
The Iranian regime from rearming. As these strikes continue, they are expected to intensify in the hours and days ahead. International focus does remain on the Strait of Hormuz, where the Trump administration has indicated they're calling on other countries around the world to participate in pressuring the Iranians and allowing the safe passage of vessels. This is where 20% of the world's oil passes through on a regular basis. President Trump was asked this weekend about that possible coalition.
Boom.
Talking to countries about policing the streets, because they are the ones, we don't get oil, very little, 1%, 2%. When China, as an example, gets about 90% of its oil from the Hormuz Strait.
That's right. No more oil for you, China.
Nice to have other countries police that with us. And we'll help, we'll work militarily.
As the United States and Israel put this pressure on Iran, there are still ongoing attacks against Israel and Gulf countries. There are far fewer due to the fact they've been quite successful.
I love how there's always something going on in the Middle East. It never changes.
In hitting the launching positions of these ballistic missiles. There was a number of impacts in Israel on Sunday. You can see in this aftermath video here the result.
Missile impacts is just a regular day of the week for the Israelis.
Of a cluster munition that wasn't launched toward a military target, but rather the civilians of Tel Aviv. The Iranians still talking tough, and we heard this weekend from Iran's foreign minister who said this.
I think our armed forces have already answered that they would retaliate if our oil and energy infrastructure are attacked, and they will attack.
Boys, let's do this for the Iranian women.
Any energy infrastructure in the region which belongs to an American company or an American company is a shareholder. So the reaction would be clear.
The reality is the Iranians are already targeting civilian infrastructure all around the Gulf.
Look at the explosions.
But as this is taking place, the Israelis are looking to the east, but also to the north, to the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. You can see some strikes here that took place in the aftermath in the
Hezbollah
neighborhood of southern Beirut. We also learned overnight.
Hezbollah, if you ever see my videos, you're a bunch of pussies that bang goats.
Israel has formally now launched a ground operation into southern Lebanon to bring the fight against Hezbollah. This is described to Fox News as a limited operation at this point. Reports do indicate hundreds of thousands of Israeli reservists could be called up in the event of an expanded maneuver. Guys?
So far, Hamas is staying out of it, even saying some things that that they're distancing from the war specifically, right?
War.
Yeah, there are a number of regional proxies in the area that actually haven't yet gotten involved in this war. And that's not to mention the Houthis in Yemen that still have drones and
The Tim Houthis.
ballistic missiles that they could fire at Israel or Gulf countries if they decided to get more directly involved. At this point, though, it has been contained, at least from the perspective of the Israelis, to a two-front conflict. Gotcha.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Trey.
A two-front war. What the hell?
All right, now
There
let's
we
go to
go.
Steve Harrigan, who's live at the Iran-Armenian
look, a
border
short
as
bus.
speculation grows now about Iran's new supreme leader. Steve, we're all interested in this. Is the new guy, is he alive?
Hey, look.
That's really
This man standing in Iraq Valley on Battlefield 6.
the key question. Is this 56-year-old Muqtada al-Sadr alive, Muqtada al-Khamenei alive or not?
Jeez,
Certainly,
just say
President
the
Trump
money,
has
dude.
raised the issue. He stated earlier today, speaking to NBC News, he said, I don't know if he's even alive.
Folks, do you think he's dead? Do you think he's dead? Do you think Jimenez dead? Do you think he's dead, Cotto?
So far, nobody's been able to see him. There's speculation that he's been wounded as well, so it's not clear whether the 56-year-old is
Wounded, then died.
alive or not. But some interesting questions, too, have been raised about Mojtaba Khamenei's capability to actually be a leader of Iran. CBS News, in speaking about an intelligence report, a U.S. intelligence report, said that the supreme leader who was killed on the first day of the war actually did not want his son to follow his footsteps as supreme leader. That report
at this
reads,
guy.
the elder Khamenei was wary of his son ever taking power because he was perceived as not very bright and was viewed as unqualified to be leader, according to sources. So, 56-year-old, the new supreme leader, hasn't been
Guy sounds like a dish.
seen in public. Now reports from
Khamenei.
intelligence saying he's not very smart. He's had personal problems. But the key thing is, in 2 weeks of war, he has not been seen. All his statements have been read out. So a real mystery surrounding the 56-year-old who's supposed to be in charge. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Steve, I also heard reports that they think he's gay. And what would that be like to be a gay guy in Iran and be a leader?
Dude, I wasn't
There
expecting
are
that.
reports that he had
I wasn't expecting that at all. Out of nowhere. I heard he was gay.
some trouble procreating and had to get some help with that a couple of times. So some major question
UK.
marks about the heir apparent, a Nepo baby in Iran.
All right.
But they voted. That group voted to put him into power.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, the
Council of Experts. And then they blew up the Council of Experts.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the
That end there made me laugh. Well, anyways, guys, there you have it. Perhaps their supreme leader may not be so supreme anymore. And also, be prepared for more gaming videos on this gaming channel, on this YouTube channel, again, mixed with a little bit of this so I can have more content flowing through. Like and subscribe.